We are the anchors of Queer News Tonight, and this evening we discuss the queer headlines. Hotspots spotlights the gay men's chorus of South Florida's powerful Season 16, featuring festive shows, disco tributes, and a landmark Pride concert honoring Pulse's 10th anniversary.
Tryst Hotels plans a new gay luxury boutique hotel on Wilton Drive, entering the design phases next year and promising community engagement throughout.
Trump insisted he performed well with LGBTQ+ voters, but exit polls and past trends show overwhelmingly queer opposition due to his anti-LGBTQ+ policies.
Trans people face harassment and misrepresentation on mainstream dating apps, driving demand for safer, inclusive, trans-centered platforms that prioritize identity and community.
An Idaho bar offering free beer for helping ICE identify undocumented immigrants faces intense backlash, bad reviews, and rising controversy.
All this important LGBTQ+ news and more on this evening on Queer News Tonight. Welcome to Queer News Tonight. This is the world's first and only LGBTQ daily news television show, broadcasting live and available on demand on your favorite streaming channels.
Analytics company vidIQ has certified the Queer News Tonight YouTube channel as the world's most popular LGBTQ streaming news show. Our queer stories have reached over 11 million views. We are proud that Queer News Tonight has more YouTube subscribers than any other LGBTQ brand in Florida.
We thank you for watching and supporting our voice in our rainbow family. There is no other news program in the LGBTQ+ world like Queer News Tonight.
It's Tuesday, December 2nd. We are live and literally out of the closet and into the headlines. So many of our very important stories we will tell you this evening on Queer News Tonight.
You're watching Queer News Tonight, the world's first daily LGBTQ evening news show.
Welcome to the world's most important LGBTQ evening news show.
Hotspots magazine Happening Out Television Network is a nonprofit 501c3 media company in the same model as PBS and NPR, but created for the LGBTQ community. Our nonprofit mission is to support the 11 pillars of our community. We want to inform and educate the key issues of lesbian, trans, Latino, Black, healthcare, seniors, students, faith, social justice, business, and queer culture. Help us support our diverse community.
We are part of one of the largest LGBTQ+ nonprofit media companies in America, Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network. In 2025, our magazine is celebrating 40 years of the LGBTQ+ experience, and Queer News Tonight is celebrating our 5th anniversary with more than 11,000 LGBTQ television stories. We present South Florida's major LGBTQ events, including Pride Fort Lauderdale, Stonewall Pride, and Pride Fete. Our magazine, events, television news, talk, and entertainment shows support our mission to educate the LGBTQ and broader community.
In 2025, more than 100 community leaders will sit at this table and share their voice as our anchors. Together, we host this show to support the LGBTQ community. Let's meet this evening's anchors at Queer News Tonight. Let's welcome anchor Jeff Oliverio. Jeff is the founder and president of the Hollywood LGBTQ Council and serves as co-chair for the upcoming 5th annual My Hollywood Pride, which returns in January 2026. He also serves on the Save Gala Committee, and Jeff is a director and certified financial planner with Tryst Wealth, based in Fort Lauderdale. Jeff, Hollywood celebrates community with back-to-back LGBTQ+ events in December. Tell me, what's happening out?
Well, it is a busy December. The Hollywood LGBTQ+ Council is kicking off the 2025 holiday season with 2 of our marquee events, leading into the 5th annual My Hollywood Pride in January 2026. Next week on December the 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Spice Club in downtown Hollywood, our community will gather for the annual Fabulous or Ugly Sweater Party, inviting guests to flaunt either their most fabulous holiday looks or their loudest ugly sweaters. With holiday karaoke hosted by USA DJ, themed cocktails, and plenty of festive flair, the event blends joyful celebration with Pride spirit while supporting our upcoming Pride programming and youth initiatives. And then a week later, on December the 16th, from 7 to 10 p.m., the spotlight will shift to Aquaplex Fort Lauderdale Show Palace for the inaugural My Hollywood Queen and King pageant. It will be hosted by Velvet Lenore, and the evening honors Athena Dion as Honorary Queen and Raoul Griffith as Mr. Continental 2025 for Honorary King. For more details, visit the Hollywood LGBTQ Council's social media and My Hollywood Pride, or check us out on Eventbrite. These events are, of course, lead-up events to My Hollywood Pride. The Ugly Sweater started several years ago, just kind of as a local bar
Everyone's
community
got a
event.
ugly sweater, you know?
Yeah, and it's kind of become, it's actually before we even had Pride, so it's kind of served as one of our Pride kickoff events. And it's become kind of a little annual tradition. We're going to mix it up this year, moving to Spice. We have the venue all to ourselves, which will be nice. We're going to have a stage for karaoke, so should be a lot of fun. And I think the most exciting thing for us is this is going to be our first ever My Hollywood Pride Queen and King pageant. Some exciting news today for those out there. It will be featuring Athena Dion, who was just announced today to be a contestant on the upcoming season for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Wonderful. I hadn't heard that.
So this will be, I believe, one of her first bigger appearances for us. So we're really excited to have Athena there. And of course, Raoul, who was the 2025 Mr. Continental. They will be crowning our new pageant winners. So anyone out there who's looking to compete, you can still enter on our My Hollywood Pride website. Check us out on social media, and tickets are available. So come out and support. Everything is going towards our 501c3 for My Hollywood Pride to make that event come back.
Yes.
And no better time to buy tickets than on Giving Tuesday.
There you go. And 5 years. Congratulations on 5 years of Hollywood Pride,
Thank
Hollywood
you.
Pride.
You know how hard it is to start a Pride event.
I know how
And
hard
so do
it
you.
is to
And it's
start a
the
Pride
first Pride of the year.
First Pride of the year anywhere in the world,
Wonderful.
as far as we know.
See you at Holiday Pride. Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the Hollywood LGBTQ Plus Council's back-to-back LGBTQ events in December. Now let's welcome anchor Luis Rodriguez. Born and raised in Miami, Luis is deeply rooted in South Florida's LGBTQ plus community. A graduate of the University of South Florida, he serves as the office manager at Tryst nightclub in Miami Beach. And dedicated to service, Luis has volunteered with numerous organizations and currently sits on the board of directors for both Miami Beach Pride and the Outshine LGBTQ plus Film Festival. And, side note, he and I went to the same church as children, so come full circle. And so Luis, Nicole Henry spreads holiday joy at the 12th annual Love the Greatest Gift benefit concert on December 11th. Tell me what's happening out.
Celebrate the season at Nicole Henry's Love the Greatest Gift, the 12th annual winter fundraising concert, bringing joy, community, and purpose to Miami Beach. On Thursday, December 11th, doors open at 7 p.m. and the show begins at 7:30 p.m. at the Miami Beach Band Shell. With her uplifting, award-winning voice, Henry leads a cherished holiday tradition uniting music lovers, advocates, and families of all ages. The evening supports two impactful causes: Saves Work for LGBTQ plus equality and the Miami Music Project's mission to provide high-quality music education to youth. More details at miamibeachbandshell.com. This is always a great event that comes every year. I look forward to it. My family looks forward to it. Our friends look forward to it. It brings so many people together, and it's fun to have joy in this time of year. And Nicole is so great, uniting everyone, and her voice is so wonderful to hear. And I'm glad that she always gets to share it with us. I've known her I've been watching her since she used to play on Lincoln Road and other places, and she's played for other organizations, but this is a great thing she does for everyone during the year. It's a beautiful gift.
Yeah, she's definitely South Florida treasure. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the Miami Music project, the work that they do, we got to see them perform at a couple of events outside of this event, of course, in Miami last year, and I was so impressed with them. Actually, I said if I had more time, I'd want to get involved and be on their board, because I really was just really impressed by what they did, and of course, benefiting SAVE and all of the great work they're doing here in South Florida to help us push back against all of the forces that are coming our way, and helping support local candidates and educating voters and doing all that they do is so important. So it is a fundraiser. So again, get out there and get your tickets.
Yes, absolutely. And Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at Love, the Greatest Gift benefit concert on December 11th.
And of course, let's welcome tonight's lead anchor, Cindy Brown. Cindy has been an activist for the LGBTQ plus community for 35 years, working for or serving on many local nonprofit boards. She served as the founding executive director of Miami Beach Pride and currently sits on the LGBTQIA advisory board for Miami-Dade County. She also runs her own consulting company, Synergy, for nonprofits, helping with finance, strategic planning, board structure, grants, and more. Cindy, the HoliGay celebration and community toy drive comes to Miami Beach on December 10th. Tell me, what's happening out?
Well, this is truly one of my favorite events of the year. It's with the Miami-Dade LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce and others, and it's at the Miami-Dade Chamber Foundation is the lead. It's a HoliGay celebration and toy drive. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 6 to 9. This festive gathering invites attendees to share holiday cheer while giving back. Simply bring one unwrapped toy or make a $20 contribution for admission. It's hosted by the LGBT Visitor Center and takes place at the center, 1130 Washington Avenue on Miami Beach. Expect vibrant decor, community partners, and a joyous holiday atmosphere supporting local kids in need. Celebrate, connect, and make a difference for this HoliGay season. For more information and details, visit GoGayMiami.com. This event, as I said, it's one of my favorite. The toy drive, it's part of the Miami Beach Police's toy drive, and the toys that are donated. It's amazing. We've been doing this for many, many years now, and the police send over a Santa. Sometimes it's a nasty Santa. Sometimes it's a good Santa.
It is HoliGay.
It is HoliGay. You know, there's an open bar. There's food from all different food providers in Miami Beach, restaurants and whatnot, and it is just a wonderful community event. And this year they've added a little bazaar. So if you have some last minute Christmas gifts, or I guess it's not last minute, it's December 10th, but you know, you still have gifts to buy, you can do that.
This is one of my favorite events, and I'm also blessed that I get to see when they distribute the toys.
Oh, you're there. Oh, wonderful.
Because I'm literally across the street from the police department when they do this. The location for this, if people don't know, it's the old City Hall, which is next door to the Miami Beach Police Department, and there's parking right behind. It's a great event, and people dress in joyful outfits and come
ugly sweaters and fantastic sweaters.
They come, they dance, they enjoy, they bring toys, and you can bring more than one toy, not just one. Yeah. And if you want to donate more than 20, you can do that also.
And I always like to add, you know, everyone buys gifts for children.
I was going to add that.
Teenagers. There are teenagers. So when you're thinking about purchasing a toy or a gift for a toy drive, kind of remember the older, younger people, because, you know, a 14-year-old doesn't want a stuffed teddy bear, maybe a basketball or headphones or, you know.
Gift cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really important. A lot of times teens get left out of these holiday toy drives, and I've done some distributing for gifts and things. Money goes towards buying, you know, bikes and things that our older kids can use. So definitely do that. And Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the HoliGay Celebration and Community Toy Drive in Miami Beach on December 10th.
I'm Cindy Brown, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Hotspots magazine spotlights the gay men's chorus of South Florida's powerful new season, Invincible. Our Hotspots Happening Out LGBTQ lifestyle magazine, Hotspots, is back with features on the arts, culture, and community stories shaping South Florida, including a major highlight on gay men's chorus of South Florida as they unveiled their season 16 main stage concert series, Invincible, a season of sizzle, strength, and song. With more than 180 singers, the Gay Men's Chorus launches an emotional and energizing lineup running from December 25th through June of 2026. The season opens on December 9th with Holiday Slay SLAY ride at Hard Rock Live, a glitter-filled high camp celebration featuring rewrites like Pink Christmas and Hey Big Santa. VIP guests even enjoy a pre-show reception and access to the Hard Rock's holiday extravaganza. Just days later, Carols by Candlelight offers a warm, intimate night of reflection at Sunshine Cathedral. In the spring, the Gay Men's Chorus brings the disco fantasy ABBA Thank You for the Music to the Parker, followed by Invincible, a landmark Pride concert honoring the 10th anniversary of Pulse, with over 200 voices and a world premiere work by Sonder Choi. This feature story and many more are included in your free copy of the upcoming issue of Hotspots magazines on stands this Thursday, December 4th. And as you can see, this is their holiday issue. Now they have that sexy guy hunk on the outside. I wonder if there are any holiday gift guides for the lesbians out there. We'll have to see. Got to wait till Thursday, though, for that.
Well, the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida, I'm glad they're highlighting their season. That holiday concert, I know, is usually sold out. I don't know if it's sold out yet, but
it's amazing. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and the Hard Rock now with this holiday extravaganza that they have at the Hard Rock, which opened last week. I saw all the photos from it, so it looks amazing. So definitely something to check out for get you in the holiday spirit.
These are great venues for everyone to go to, and they're accessible to everyone, so it's really good to go.
Right.
And if you can, make it, go.
Yeah, and, don't be ashamed to sing along. Just don't do it too loud.
I'm Jeff Oliverio, and let's queer up gay culture. Is the next gay-themed Tryst Hotel coming to Wilton Drive? Tryst Hotels has exclusively communicated to Hotspots Happening Out that the global leader in luxury LGBTQ plus travel and nightlife is preparing to bring its next big project to Wilton Drive. Details were shared yesterday in private conversations. The company has announced the Tryst Wilton Manors, a new gay luxury boutique hotel and social destination planned for the heart of the city. Founder and CEO Tristan Schulcraft, who fell in love with Wilton Manors while serving as Grand Marshal of the Stonewall Pride Parade, has agreed to purchase land on Wilton Drive. Schulcraft, who also owns Mister and maintains an office on Wilton Drive, says the project will bring the brand's signature mix of indulgence, design, and big gay energy to one of America's most beloved queer neighborhoods. Tryst hospitality is rapidly expanding, with one hotel already open in Puerto Vallarta and new properties coming in San Juan and Fire Island. The Wilton Manors location is expected to move into its design and development phase once real estate transactions close for early next year. For now, there are no details, no timeline, no design plans, and city officials say they know nothing yet about what's coming. But Tryst promises to keep the community informed, engaged, and a little bit excited. Queer News Tonight executive producer Al Ferguson has sourced many individuals connected with this developing story. He reports that a group of investors have formed with Tristan Schulcraft's Tryst Hotels, and they will purchase as many as 4 tracts of land on Wilton Drive, including Johnson Nightclub, Art Frenzy, and Wilton Executive Suites, which was the former anchor of SunServe. Ferguson reports that a source who wished not to be identified said when Tristan Schulcraft was Grand Marshal at Hotspots Happening Out's June Stonewall Pride Parade, there was a meeting with the Manor. The sale of the club was offered for an 8-figure amount. The location of today's news is directly across the street from the Manor. Ferguson cautiously advises that the story is rapidly developing. Follow updates at Tryst Hotels and Queer News Tonight. Listen, anything that Tristan touches certainly turns to gold. He has built this little mini LGBTQ travel empire. I actually went to the Tryst Hotel in Puerto Vallarta. It was the week before their actual grand opening, where they had, I don't know how many celebrities were there, from Jennifer Coolidge to, Real Housewives. He had Demi Lovato. I mean, everyone under the sun. It was the place to be seen. Obviously, purchasing the Fire Island property of one of the most iconic gay, and then being the owner of the Abbey in West Hollywood, which was not mentioned in the story. He is rapidly gobbling up the queer key properties across the globe, really. So I would be really excited to see him bringing what he does here to Wilton Drive. And I will say the experience staying at the Tryst, a lot of times, I don't know if any of you have stayed at some LGBTQ only hotels. Sometimes the service could be not as up to the standard, because it's like, oh, it's only for gay people. So they don't have the service standards at the Tryst were impeccable. It was an amazing stay. So,
well, I look forward to their opening.
And it's nice to see somebody that has a little bit of connection to the local community and has been to Wilton Manors, and involving locals also that are interested and are looking forward to the future and uplifting our community in Wilton Manors.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they do support the community. I mean, the reason I was staying at the Tryst, they donated a stay to the Task Force Gala, which I bid on and won, which was one of the other reasons. And Mr. is a sponsor for My Hollywood Pride this year, so I reached out to them, and they have been always accommodating to say yes, however they can, to support the community and give back. So I think it's great.
Well, Tryst Hotel, welcome to Wilton Manors.
I'm Luis Rodriguez, and let's queer up politics. Trump claims he, quote, did great with the gay population, unquote. The numbers tell a different story. Donald Trump told supporters he did great with the gay population during the 2024 election, but statistics show that LGBTQ plus voters overwhelmingly rejected him. Speaking at a conference at Mar-a-Lago in November of 2024, Trump appeared surprised to spot members of the Gays for Trump in the crowd. He quipped, quote, "You don't look gay. We did great with you, the gay population," unquote, as you know. Exit polls say otherwise. CNN's data from election night reported that only 12% of queer voters supported Trump, while 86% backed Democrat Kamala Harris. More broadly, 53% of voters, including those who stayed home or voted third party, said they did not support him. Trump's unpopularity among LGBTQ plus Americans isn't new. Just 14% supported him in 2016, a figure that stayed flat in 2022. Even Gays for Trump founder Peter Boykin has expressed concern, saying Trump is listening to the wrong people and warning he must abandon, quote, "this social conservative crap," unquote. During his presidency, Trump advanced policies widely seen as anti-LGBTQ+, including banning trans people from the military, rolling back non-discrimination protections, and targeting gender-affirming care. Today, 71% of queer adults say Trump has harmed queer rights, while just 6% say he's helped. This just angers me. And also, if you look back this week, he didn't acknowledge World AIDS Day, completely ignored that whole population. So I don't see where he's helping anywhere.
Every time he opens his mouth, he lies. He's a big fat liar that lies. And, you don't look gay. What does that even mean?
I think we have to talk to him like we talk to old senile people, and just say,
or maybe 3-year-olds.
Yeah, and realize he's getting older and more senile and more confused. And so the statistics show that only 12% supported him. Maybe he doesn't understand how the numbers work anymore.
Right, exactly.
It's very sad to see the decline in someone who's leading our country. However, he seems to be completely unaware of reality, which is increasingly evident in everything he's doing. So, we just wish you well.
I don't.
Get some rest.
I'm Cindy Brown, and let's queer up trans rights. Trans users demand a safer digital love. New apps step into where mainstream platforms fail. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at how trans people are reshaping the online dating world and why specialized platforms are becoming essential lifelines. For many trans users, mainstream dating apps remain hostile territory. A survey of 1,200 trans people in Germany and Australia found that only 15% feel safe on general apps. Harassment and objectification are widespread too. 54% report regular discrimination. 61% receive sexually objectifying messages, and nearly half say they can't represent their gender identity accurately. Even more disturbing, 33% of users admit to fetishizing trans people. And during Pride Month, the contradiction is sharp. As one trans platform spokesperson put it, quote, "During Pride Month, a time that's supposed to celebrate inclusion and dignity, many trans people are still navigating online spaces that are anything but safe." End quote. While overall harassment on dating apps has declined from 56% in 2022 to 35% in 2025, trans users aren't seeing those benefits. Fewer than 10% of queer users believe mainstream apps are designed with them in mind. Into that gap step trans-centered platforms like Taimi, Transler, and TS Dating, offering verification systems, inclusive design, and communities built for safety and authenticity. I think this is so important now. The trans community is in real danger, and they're a target of a lot of people. And to have a space where they feel safe as a trans person, trying to meet somebody, it's really important. I can imagine the people who are lurking on dating sites, just waiting to take advantage of someone. And I'm glad that there are these safe spaces that are being created for trans folks.
And I'm glad these creators are thinking of all the parts of it, of the safety and the checks and balances to make sure that they're properly done, because a lot of people just see trans people as non-people or other. And it's good to, everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves to have a contact. Everybody deserves to have friendships. And this is a good place for them to start.
I mean, stories like this are just a reminder that, the online world is unsafe, and especially, and again, for our trans community, who are typically the most vulnerable part of our community, it is even unsafer. So, these, as you said, safe spaces, that there's verification out there, I think is crucial. I think more platforms should have verification systems to track what people are doing, to get rid of trolls and all the other things that are tearing apart the fabric of our community in general. So,
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yep.
I'm Jeff Oliverio, and let's queer up the USA view. Idaho bar behind Heterosexual Awesomeness Month offers free beer for helping ICE. An Idaho bar known for its Heterosexual Awareness Month is back in the spotlight, this time for offering a month of free beer to anyone who assists Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The Old State Saloon of Eagle, Idaho posted on Twitter on November 29th, quote, "Alert, anyone who helps ICE identify and ultimately deport an illegal from Idaho gets free beer for 1 month at Old State Saloon," end quote. A follow-up instructed patrons to email a detailed email with any evidence, photos, videos, summary of events, dates, and times, etc. to claim their reward. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security's official Twitter account reposted the offer the same day. As of December 1st, the post had drawn 5.8 million views and widespread backlash. Meta quickly removed the bar's Facebook and Instagram posts promoting the offer, including older anti-pride content. In response, the Old State Saloon posted screenshots and wrote, quote, "Facebook is so gay." According to the Daily Beast, at least one patron, Ada County GOP Vice Chair Ryan Spoon, has already received a free month of beer for allegedly helping ICE. These stories are like we're sitting in a 1984 novel of, tattling on your neighbors. And of course, the attacks against our, Latino community that are happening, predominantly in a lot of Latino communities. I saw yesterday a news story in Brooklyn that they had a female chorus that sang Christmas carols about not wanting ice in the Home Depot parking lots. If you haven't seen it online, check it out. They did Feliz Navidad and changed the lyrics to complain about ice. And and then I saw another news story where there's people were buying ice scrapers in Home Depot and creating a very long line and then returning them to clog up the Home Depot to protest against what's happening with ice.
In the parking lot.
So I think we need to see more of this and pushing back against, again, big corporations that are allowing ice to activate in their spaces.
And it's sad to see that somebody needs beer so bad, they need to send somebody out of the country to get a beer.
Well, I think that, these people are, and I say these people, and I know there are people that call us those people. But, these folks that are so narrow-minded, they can't even realize and accept the amazing contributions that immigrants have brought to this country. And the other thing is ICE is not acting in good faith.
No.
They are arresting and deporting people who have absolutely no criminal background without any due process. Some may say, well, they're not in the country legally, that's a criminal background. But this was sold to the country as we are going to get violent, dangerous criminals out of the country. I support that. If you're not in this country legally and you have a criminal record, bye-bye. But if you are a person who's lived and worked in this country for decades, some people are being deported who came to this country as infants, don't know anything else, that, they've productive members of society, and it just doesn't make sense. There's no compassion. And, when you tell this to these people, why don't you do it compassionally? And they're like, a crime is a crime, get out, and I just don't understand.
Making them
how
the judge
people
and the jury.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. I mean, all I can do is just shake my head because I like my dog more than people, even more, every day. LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up gay culture. Rage bait crowned Oxford Word of 2025 as online outrage culture peaks. The Oxford Word of the Year for 2025 is rage bait. Not really a word, but a term the publisher says has tripled in usage over the past year. Tripled in 1 year. Defined as online content deliberately designed to elicit anger or outrage. Rage bait reflects how digital spaces shape our emotions, especially for marginalized communities. Oxford's Casper Grathwohl said, quote, "The fact that the word rage bait exists means we're increasingly aware of the manipulation tactics we can be drawn into online," end quote. Rage bait beat aura farming and biohack for the top spot. I often see posts on Facebook or Instagram that there's no other reason for them to be on except to create division and chaos and hate in the comments, and it really is disgusting.
I have the word of the year: hide the post. Then you won't see it anymore, and you won't be triggered, and it will also not get into everybody else's feed when you comment on them.
Good point. Don't comment.
Don't comment.
People are promoting anger more than unity.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want that unity.
LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up the USA view. Maryland community erupts after mayor orders removal of rainbow crosswalks. A Maryland community is outraged after Salisbury Mayor Randy Taylor ordered the city's only rainbow crosswalks removed at dawn on November 11th, calling for neutrality on government property. The Pride crosswalks, installed in 2018, had long signaled affirmation in the conservative region. 23-year-old Jonathan Franklin saw crosswalks as proof that queer people are part of the fabric of Salisbury. He said, quote, "It really made the community feel safer," end quote. The move sparked tense public clashes during one meeting. Councilmember Michelle Gregory told Taylor, quote, "If you don't want to be called a bigot, don't do bigoted things." Good advice, Michelle. Listen, this crosswalk thing has obviously, peaked, I think, and we're starting to see the backlash starting. And, I think we'll start seeing rainbows in other spaces because the gay community is very clever. So take out our crosswalks, we'll put rainbows somewhere else.
Yep. Rainbow steps, rainbow flags, rainbow walls, rainbow windows.
Absolutely.
And there's actually one community that has a group of volunteers every morning. They go out there with chalk and they chalk paint the rainbow crosswalks back on the street. And the city can hose them down. They'll be back the next day to repaint them with the chalk. Bravo.
LGBTQ 1-minute news. Let's queer up entertainment. In Stranger Things 5, Will's gay acceptance becomes his greatest superpower. Stranger Things is back, and this time being gay is a superpower. In Season 5, released in 3 parts, Will Byers' journey takes center stage as he learns that self-acceptance can save the world, literally. Fans long suspected Will was gay. Noah Schnapp later confirmed Will, quote, "does love Mike," unquote. In Episode 4, the real breakthrough comes when Robin shares her story. Quote, "I just needed to stop being so goddamn scared. Once I did that, I felt so free. It's like I could fly," unquote. When Vesna attacks, Will channels that message, embracing every part of himself, and unleashes his full power to save his friends. If people follow Stranger Things, it's an ongoing thing. And also leads a little bit to reality because one of the characters came out this week also. So it's supporting. It's good. A lot of people are really happy with this season. I'm glad it did it in parts and not so you can binge it easier with friends. And for those who are following, the other parts are being shown in different theaters coming now in December. So if you haven't seen Stranger Things, watch it. It's a great show for everyone.
Yeah, we binged the first few episodes that they released over the Thanksgiving holiday, and we already have tickets for December 25th. No, not December. New Year's or
I think they're
New Year's. I think in the theater for the next episodes.
Well, I don't think it's no surprise here. Being gay is a superpower.
It is. It's my superpower. LGBTQ 1-minute news. Let's queer up lesbian and queer culture. 81-year-old steals the show at the San Francisco lesbian pie eating contest. An 81-year-old is going viral after winning Best Technique at a lesbian pie eating contest in San Francisco. Babs Deitch, also known as Thanks Babs, wowed the crowd at Ricky's Sports Bar during the fundraiser for the Curve Foundation's 2026 Lesbian Visibility Week. Sharing her approach online, Babs said her performance proves, quote, "once and for all, that experience matters," end quote. Though the overall winner was a contestant named Jen, fans called Babs iconic and absolute legend. The event raised $2,000 for Lesbian Visibility Week. I have known Babs since the early 90s, and she is a firecracker. She is definitely a legend in the lesbian community, and yes, she's got some technique there on that pie, I'll tell you.
Yep, I can definitely see that she got into that pie with vigor.
Oh, practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, experience matters. Yeah.
LGBTQ 1-minute news. Let's queer up politics. Democratic Senator Gallego defends leaked texts mocking gender fluidity. Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego is defending leaked text messages in which he mocked colleagues' appearances and gender expression. In the text, Gallego responded to a meme of Representative Rosa DeLauro saying, "They aren't wrong," and wrote, quote, "Dem women look like dem men, and dem men look like women," end quote. He hasn't denied the messages, calling them heartbreaking that they were shared and saying they reflect what he's been saying the whole time about Democrats needing, quote, "a bigger tent." Though long considered a pro-LGBTQ plus ally, Gallego has drawn sharp criticism. Trans journalist Aaron Reed wrote that his comments mirror tired, corrosive rhetoric from the far right. I mean, listen, this is just really a terrible sentiment to have. But, you know, I do think one of the things of our community is we need to support and educate versus cancel people. And, you know, we have to realize, you know, he is a vote for our side in many cases. And obviously, we all could use education. We've all had experiences in life where we probably have said the wrong thing at the wrong time and didn't put it in print or text messages. So shame on you, Ruben, but do better.
Yeah.
Remember, anything you say is out there. If you put it online, it's going to be found somewhere. If you put it in a text, somebody's going to find it. So be careful.
Yeah, I mean, it is a shame. But as you said, Jeff, this is an opportunity. And I hope that one of the national organizations or an organization in the, in the state that he represents has reached out to him to have a little, sit down. These are today's headlines from Queer News Tonight. Our anchors represent the best of our LGBTQ family.
If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Don't forget to join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform. Queer News Tonight is the only live LGBTQ digital television show in the world that is out of the closet and into the headlines.
We need your support. If our community is to grow and then thrive, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world. This is the only place in the world that tells these types of LGBTQ stories in motion and sound. That is the passion of Hotspots magazine, Happening Out Television Network, and the Queer News Tonight.
I'm your anchor, Cindy Brown, and I thank you for joining us. On behalf of my fellow LGBTQ anchors here at Queer News Tonight, Jeff Oliverio and Luis Rodriguez, we'll see you daily at 8 p.m. To our LGBTQ world, we wish you a good night.
Good night.
Good night.